Okay, let's get started. We're going to start off by making our pasta sauce. I've got some nice quality olive oil in there, and I'm going to add some onions. Now, as you can see, these onions are really finely chopped. I've actually put them into my food processor. They wasn't done by hand. I want them to kind of disappear. Don't forget, we're trying to trick our children. Well, at least I am. I'm going to put some dried basil in. That's nice and sweet as well. I don't want to put oregano or anything like that. The basil works really well. Let's put a tiny amount of black pepper in. And a little tiny amount of salt. It's always good to keep salt away from children. They generally eat quite a lot of it anyway. It's not particularly good for them. So let's cook these just for about 3 or 4 minutes. I'm using a red onion, but of course you could use a white one. But like I say, if you cut them like this, they'll kind of disappear, and then part of our trick works. Also, you're going to need like this. This is a muffin tray. It's nice and deep, you know, it's quite deep. If you use a kind of smaller one, they kind of don't work. I mean, they work, but these are kind of quite substantial in size. Also, we're going to cook some pasta now. Go and cook your pasta. You want something like spaghetti works really well, or you want a small kind of macaroni or elbow macaroni or something nice and small, because don't forget, we've got to fit it into these. See you in a few minutes. Okay, these are coming on beautifully. Now I'm going to add some tomatoes. Now let me pour that in now. Let me tell you about this little mixture I've just put in. This is a can or a tin of tomatoes. I put these into my food processor, and it's got like 2 tablespoons of tomato ketchup in it. Again, let's add a bit of sweetness, get rid of that tartness of the canned tomatoes. And there's some tomato puree in there, about 2 tablespoons again. Now what we're going to do is cook this, stir it every now and then, for about 5 to 6 minutes. I mean, if we were making a adult type of pasta sauce, I'd be telling you to cook this for 3 or 4 hours. In fact, you can check out a video that does that. We've got a really nice pasta sauce there. So, 1 can of tomatoes, little bit of ketchup, little bit of puree, in it goes. That's going to be delicious. See you in a few minutes. Okay, off goes the heat. I'm now going to add some parmesan cheese and some cheddar cheese, grated. Mild, of course. The kids love the cheese, plus this will also kind of help it all bind together. Just throw that around in there. And this is done. Our sauce is done. Kids are going to absolutely love this for sure. Let's move on to the next stage. Okay, so as you can see here, I've cooked some spaghetti. I find spaghetti kind of works best really. You know, it kind of stays really close together and will kind of form a little bit better. Simply, we're going to throw in our sauce. I'm going to give this a mix, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let it sit for a little while. Let it cool down, because that pasta's really quite hot. I want to kind of be able to use it in a kind of manageable way. Why it's so hot, there's no chance. So there we go. I'll be back in, let it sit for like 10 minutes. Then we'll get it into our baking tray. Okay, so as you can see, I've now placed our spaghetti and the sauce into the muffin tray. Like I say, a muffin tray is really nice because they're nice and deep. Now what you need to do is put a couple of spoons in and then press it down. You've really got to kind of push it down and push it down to kind of form a shape. You don't want any air in there. And then simply we're just going to top it off with a little bit of mild cheddar. I always find mild cheddar is much better for kids. If you're making this for an adult, you could maybe put a nice mature type on, but kids really won't go for it. Well, at least mine won't anyway. Now everything is cooked. All we're doing is going to pop this in the oven. We just want to bring it all together and melt that cheese. We just need to melt that cheese on the top there. And what I've found before is when you do this, as soon as they come out of the oven, it's really quite difficult to take them out. Well, it's not difficult, they just fall apart. So once they come out of the oven, let them just sort of rest for a little while, and as they cool, they'll kind of form that nice shape. If you're making these for adults, a really nice thing is you can layer bacon in the bottom of the dish and then put the pasta in and cook that. That's really good. Okay, so a little bit of cheese on there, into the oven. I mean, just put it in your oven, full blast, as hot as you can. Like I say, every single thing here is cooked already. We're just trying to melt that down. And then they're going to come out and I'm going to let them sit for about 10 minutes. Then I'll take them out. Okay, there you go. They're just straight out of the oven. Going to let them cool down, like I say, for about 10 or 15 minutes. They'll be much easier to take out in one piece. If you take them out now, they're going to go nice and flat, which we don't want. So leave them, let them just cool a little bit. They'll set. Then they should come out in that beautiful muffin shape. And there we have it. They've come out beautifully. I'll try and tip it up so you can see it a little bit. But they're that lovely shape. Nice muffin. Hopefully my children will eat them. Maybe your children will as well. See you next time.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, howtocoockgreatfood.com.